What is going on, everybody? My name's Jacob. I'm a Cervicide field staff member, and today I wanted to talk about how to create a food plot on a budget. So behind me is a first-year clover plot that my brother and I decided to put in this past spring. Now, I am not an expert by any means. I have a lot to learn, and I'm only 19 years old, so I don't know everything. But I've learned a couple things in the last 5 years that I've done food plots, and all the food plots that I've done have been on pretty strict budgets. The first thing when starting a food plot is picking the proper area, right? This area down here, I'm down in a meadow. We'll call it a meadow. Behind me, as you can see, there's some tall, thick grass. That I don't want to disturb because that area is a prime area for fawning. And when does are having their fawns, they're looking for those tall, grassy areas. And so I didn't want to disturb that. Now here in this area, this was just short grass, and even in spring and summer it wouldn't get much taller than kind of my knees. This spot never grew up to be a thick area, and it was a perfect spot to put a food plot. The first thing I would do once you located the spot is to mow it. Mowing is a great way to knock back grasses and weeds without spending a bunch of unnecessary money on chemicals and sprayers, etc. Most of you probably have a lawnmower, whether that be a push mower, a riding mower, or even something as simple as a weed eater. All of those are sufficient tools to mow a plot. So now that you have the food plot picked and the spot mowed or prepared for planting, we have to figure out how to get the seed in the soil. If you're doing a small little kill plot in the woods where you may not need to do a bunch of mowing or preparing, all you really need is a rake. Clear the area, clear the leaves and debris, and open up the soil so that you can spread seed on. Once you have the seed on, rake the soil back over the seed so the seed has contact with the soil, and then just let nature do its thing. Let it rain and watch the seed grow. But if you're planting a larger plot like this one behind me, you may have to do a little bit more preparation to get the seed to germinate. For example, this food plot here, this clover plot, is a 1/4 acre. And because I live on a farm, I have access to a tractor and a disc. You may not live on a farm and you may not have access to that, but you might know someone who does have access to that. And it doesn't hurt to ask someone if you can borrow their tractor or disc. It could be any different size. I had a 10-foot disc and a 60 horsepower tractor that I came through here and disced up the sod. After that, I took my 4-wheeler and a 4-foot chain harrow or tine harrow and drug it over the plot to break up sod clumps and level out the seed bed. Finally, I took a Scott's handheld seed spreader to spread the seed on this plot. Took the drag harrow over it once more to pull some soil over the seed, and then I just watched the clover grow. In theory, creating a food plot is pretty simple. Prepare the area, prepare the soil, and plant the seed. This food plot behind me, my brother mowed with our lawnmower. I disked it up with a tractor. I leveled it out with my 4-wheeler. I used a handheld spreader to spread the seed on that I bought at Tractor Supply for $10, and then took the 4-wheeler over and leveled it out again. If you got a work ethic, you're willing to put in a little work and get a little dirty, you can make a good food plot. And I bet you can make a lot better food plot than I made. I really hope that this video helped you guys. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, keep watching on Cervicide because there's so much knowledge here on this platform. And all of us as hunters, we just want to help each other out. And this is such an amazing place to do that. With that being said, thank you for watching, and go kill a big one this year.